Welcome back to Risque Business News, everybody. My name is Mae.
And I'm Laura, and we got a part two.
We are doing part 2 of the Hilton family.
Modern day Hiltons. Simple Life, right? Isn't that them?
Simple Life.
Yes.
We're talking Paris. We're talking Nikki. We're talking Housewives. I always find a way to shoehorn Housewives into this podcast. It is literally a business podcast. I'm like, but what if we just...
What do the Real Housewives
talk about
have
Bravo?
to say?
Yeah.
The other day, Maid pitches me on, she's like, whole episode on Bethany Frankel.
Yeah. She is a businesswoman.
We'll probably do it.
It's relevant.
Enjoy.
Where's the money? I don't understand how you make money.
Hold on.
From that, though.
2 stand-up comics in New York City.
Just learned a lot of this stuff. I'm going to ask all the stupid questions that you might be thinking at home, but are afraid to ask people.
Making it to where you feel like you're too stupid to be able to ever engage in it, they win.
Why the fuck are they doing this?
It's to make money. It's risque business news.
All right, cool. Well, Laura, we got another hot topic from the Wall Street Journal today. The Wall Street Journal that you have not read.
So as we remember, if you tuned into part 1,
which go back and listen if you haven't, by the way.
We go off the rails and talk about old people having a lot of sex in the Hilton family.
Right, and you also might not know what we're talking about in this episode, so please go back and listen. Rate it 5 stars. Thank you.
They'll be all right.
Yeah.
Rate it 5 stars, and I think you'll be able to catch up.
They won't be able to catch up, Laura. They need to listen to the other one.
Who are the Hiltons?
We need numbers.
That's true. Go listen. But if you remember from the last one, we brought in this. I get a paper copy of the Wall Street Journal like it's the 60s.
That's the most pretentious thing about you. Can I say that?
Though I know. I'm like surprised, and I didn't do this consciously. It just shows up.
Sure. Yeah. Fucking.
But, I mean, here we are. But anyway, I figured I might as well bring this in because normally, like what I've been doing, like the last couple times it showed up, I was like, why is this happening? And then I throw it away. Mm-hmm. And you shouldn't do that. So we're going to make this actually come into the podcast, make it a point. I found this saucy little story.
Okay, tell me.
The error that erased a $464,000 deduction for a widow. So, first of all, Wall Street Journal out the gate is just like, we just want everyone to know she's single.
Yeah, right?
I'm like, weird thing to start your story with.
Hell yeah. But is she cute?
We don't get a picture, which just frankly feels rude.
Listen,
if you're going to get your story in here. So point is, this woman down in Texas, of course, she, her
ex-husband,
late
husband, that's what's called, yeah.
She's filing her taxes. She is a widow. I'm not sure if being a widow was related to filing her taxes. Kind of hope not. Kind of fun. I'm still listening, lady. But she did put a deduction in for a gift to a museum. But she fucked up the paperwork. She did her taxes so poorly that the Wall Street Journal called.
Oh, just get an accountant.
She tried so hard. There's like 5 paragraphs of her being like all the different forms she filled out and trying to do this charitable donation so it could be deducted from her taxes. And they were like, IRS was just like, you need to pay.
You need to pay almost $500,000.
So sorry for your loss about your husband, by the way.
That is so many fucking dollars. So she has to pay that?
Now she has to pay for, like, she took off this deduction, they denied it, and now she has to pay, I don't know, a good amount. It's Texas, so like probably like $20.
Oh. Never mind. Yeah, that's still very funny to be so bad at your taxes. You literally.
The Wall Street Journal has a full ass, it's the head of a section.
That feels like something I would do. I'm going to be in the Wall Street Journal for both fraud as well as fucking up on my taxes.
And they'll find one word to describe you, and hopefully it's not widow.
Oh, God. I hope not. Yeah.
The one fact I know about this woman is she is not married.
What would be worse? It's just comedian in quotations. Like, fuck you, bitch.
Entertainer.
I finally get a credit. It's just the Wall Street Journal roasting me. God damn it.
Yep. So that's our Wall Street Journal edition for the day. I think that they would be a good sponsor.
Yeah, right. Oh my God. Yeah, you can really get the hard-hitting facts here.
We're really gonna dig in.
I don't know what my hair is doing today, but anyone listening, what do you guys think?
Listening people.
I mean,
definitely
not listening, the watching. Also, like and subscribe to our YouTube. All right, should we jump in?
Yeah, I think we should. I mean, any other updates? How's it going?
It's going well.
Can I just tell a quick story of my WeWork?
Please. Oh, please. Yes, you can.
So I've had like people are doing things in person now, which is great. We love it. But as a
Do
result,
we? I don't know. Well,
Whatever.
I like partying in person. I like going to work in person.
I know they're like very rude, and then I get
Yeah.
the email every other day where it's like someone had COVID there, and I'm like, okay, well, this is what I'm going to be bringing up next time someone asks me to do an in-person thing.
Yeah.
But needless to say, today I had to go in and I had a meeting, and then I had to go do another meeting in a WeWork.
Yeah.
And I go to the first meeting in person, it's fine, and then I'm rushing to the WeWork to go hit my Zoom, like be in my little room. Reserve the room. I get there. There's two girls that are just spread out.
Okay.
They've got their stuff everywhere. They've got food set up. They're probably drinking. I don't know. This seems like a startup kind of energy. And I'm like, hey, I have this room reserved. Not to be a bitch, but like, get out right now.
Yeah.
This girl gets so startled, she fucking flips a full salad.
My God, Real Housewives style.
Real
Shoot that
Housewives.
in.
There.
Yeah. Teresa Giudice. Giudice? That was so hard for me to say. Okay.
In a very similar manner to Teresa J.
Yeah.
This woman flips a salad, and I have got like 5 minutes before my meeting is to start in the room that they are camping in. Every other room is occupied. Salad is everywhere. Like, I'm surrounded by just a stupid fucking salad. Famous TM.
Famously,
trademark. Is just surrounding me. And the woman's freaking out, and she's not freaking out enough, actually.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I was like, hey, I need you to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Because I reserved this room for a reason, and now there's salad everywhere. She's trying to pick up salad.
Get out.
There's like grated carrots like in
Oh,
the carpet.
no. What kind of stupid fucking salad was it? Like a sweet green stupid fucking salad? Okay.
Yeah, and it had all the fixins.
Yeah.
All the fixins were just all over the room. And I'm trying to convince her that she needs to stop trying to clean up the salad because it is a pointless endeavor.
Yeah.
And I need her out of the room right now. But I made it. I made it on the Zoom. And then I just sat on that Zoom trying to have a real meeting about like technical things. And there's salad just all around me. Just loose salad on the floor.
I'm so confused why he should be so like you're in a WeWork and someone comes in and says, "Oh, excuse me, I reserved this room," and she's like, like why? I would be like, yeah, this is a shared co-working space. That makes sense. Okay, I'll take my salad up and calmly walk out.
Freaked out, and her friend was just like
Yeah.
horrified.
Oh my God.
And I was like, I have no room for either of you to apologize. Like, I really don't. I just need you out.
What was her friend eating?
Her
ask
friend
you
was
that.
also eating a stupid fucking salad that
Okay.
stayed in bowl. It was a bowl salad that in bowl. And
Okay.
then also one of her friend was mostly worried about the friend not getting lunch. I was like, fuck her lunch. Get out.
Right. I gotta go. You gotta go. Go
gotta
get
go.
another salad.
Go get another salad. It looks like you have something to go do.
Oh my
Not in
God.
this room.
I took an Instagram the other day and I had to make a stupid fucking salad for lunch. And I took a Instagram of me flipping off the salad. And no one thought it was funny.
It is funny.
And I'm like,
Well,
I
they're
hate
wrong.
this salad. It's a stupid fucking salad. I hope it has a bad day. And nobody thought it was funny at all. I didn't get a single message saying, haha.
That's like when we had a group chat the other day and someone sent a salad that they were like, look at this nice salad that I made. And I go, stupid fucking salad.
TM.
I hate it.
I love a TM. on our stupid
Trademark,
fucking
copyright.
salad. We should make
Yeah, that should be
stickers.
We should make t-shirts.
Risque Business News, stupid fucking
I
salads.
hate stupid fucking salads. But I'll eat them. I'll be seeing a stupid fucking. That'll probably be my dinner.
That meme is so on point where it's like every company has like 3 people that do work and everyone else who goes around shaking salad. It's so accurate. I've never seen
Just
where
rattling them.
I'm
was
a
the
salad
WeWork.
person. I'm a salad person. I don't do work. I shake my salad.
I would love to be a salad person. That's like my ambition is to become a salad person. Instead, I'm the one who is frantically scaring the salad people, and they're throwing them at me.
Oh no, I am shaking it Kardashian style. And then I eat my salad and then I leave for the day. That was
You're
my
like,
work
that
day.
was a great work day, guys. We really got a lot done.
Even when now working from home, I just go out to Sweet Green, get my salad so I can shake it around the apartment while I talk to Mark.
Yeah, Mark is like, you don't need to do that. It's
Right.
Like, what are you
They're
trying
like,
to
it's
prove?
pre-mixed.
It's like, I don't know.
It's already mixed. Just which is the worst one? Just salad or what's another one?
Sweet green is elite.
Sweet green
green
is
is-
chopped.
Chopped can go fuck itself.
Chopped is gross. Just salad's
Chopped
not
is
that bad.
disgusting.
They
Just
just
salad.
have salad.
Just Salad knows who they are, and I respect that about them. You know what I mean?
They're not exciting.
They're not exciting. It's just like, we're just going to do salad.
It's just salad. There's nothing else to say. Like, it's just going to be salad. You know what I mean?
I love it because they're like, we're not excited about this either. You need to eat this. We are here to provide that service to you. That's it.
I love that the
It's
branding is literally just salad. They really gave it.
That's definitely run by a woman too. She's like, no one actually gives a shit. No one's trying to get excited about their salad.
Wonderful. Well, we are going to
Move
jump
into the Hiltons. Let's do
into
it.
the
Talk
Hiltons.
about some hot girl walks.
Yeah, well, we're going to talk about some hot girls because okay, so to catch everybody up, where we left was we talked about how Conrad, the patriarch that started the Hilton Hotels franchise, the whole fucking thing. Whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Anyway, he died, and he Dynasty. There you go. But he left only $100,000 to his daughter Francesca, who had a bad relationship with him, as well as Zsa Zsa Gabor, her mother. They accused her of elder abuse, intentional infliction of emotional distress, all this crazy shit. So basically, that's where we left the story. But we're going to continue on. To 1950, when an 18-year-old movie star, you might know her, Elizabeth Taylor.
What? She got involved in this?
She got involved in this. Elizabeth Taylor.
Wow.
She married her first husband of 7.
Oh, good for her.
I know. Well, it's kind of funny that
I'm like, after a certain point, you're like, all right, damn, that's what you're doing. Cool, get into it.
It's also kind of funny how the men in this family just marry women that have like 18 husbands.
Yeah. Well, they're also like some of the most beautiful women that have ever existed. So I don't know. Maybe correlation? I don't know.
Yeah. So anyway, so that man that she married was 23-year-old Conrad Hilton Jr., so Conrad and Mary's eldest son. So I guess Francesca's brother as well. Oh, no, half brother because wasn't Zsa Zsa Gabor. So Conrad's first wife's son.
Okay. Cool.
Great. So
lineage established.
Right. So the couple threw a heavily publicized marital shindig at the Bel Air Country Club, and on the surface, Liz, and he went by Nikki to, I think, as we talked about in the last episode, like the juniors and seniors, it gets so confusing. He went by Nikki, so people didn't call him Conrad. They appeared to have like a glamorous fairy tale relationship. In reality, it was a nightmare. Spoiler alert.
Ooh.
So Elizabeth Taylor claimed that Nikki began drinking on her wedding night and, quote, never stopped. So that's a bummer.
That sounds like quite the party.
Yeah. Right.
Damn. All right.
He also had problems with gambling as well as a wandering eye. So like father, like son.
Okay. All right.
People were bored back then.
How do you have a wandering eye when you're married to Elizabeth Taylor?
Because men are fucking dogs.
Like, go fuck your wife.
Listen, they're pigs.
Who are you going to one up? I don't understand.
I mean, we already went through this ad nauseum on
I know. I just one more for the record. What?
No, yeah, totally. I mean, fucking Emrata right now. It's like bananas to the max.
Don't get it.
Don't get it.
No winning.
So anyway, so the honeymoon in Europe lasted 2 weeks. Elizabeth wrote in a 1965 memoir. Elizabeth Taylor
bragged.
Yeah, right. And then she goes, I should say the marriage lasted 2 weeks. Then came yours sincerely, disillusionment, rude and brutal. So after their honeymoon, Elizabeth left Nikki to stay with her mother. Wow.
Immediately?
I guess so.
So I'm guessing the honeymoon didn't go that well. You don't just immediately pack it up.
I don't think so.
All right, Elizabeth.
And then Elizabeth Hilton at the time later told a Santa Monica court that Nikki had been, quote, indifferent to me and used abusive language. Wow.
Oh, no.
She won a divorce on account of mental cruelty. Wow. Refused any alimony. Go girl. And changed her name back to Elizabeth Taylor.
I am Elizabeth Taylor. Like, I'm
not going to put up with this shit.
I don't need your alimony or any of this shit. I'm going to go marry 6 other men.
Mental cruelty. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah. That's like emotional abuse when people use that term.
I mean,
mental cruelty sounds like emotional abuse on steroids.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
hyper.
I mean, emotional abuse is bad.
It is.
Yeah.
Mental cruelty is like the fancy way of saying it.
Right. Hot takes all around.
Don't do that.
Right.
Also, don't cheat on your wife, even if she's not Elizabeth Taylor.
Right.
Period.
Right.
Or your husband.
Do you know
Or do your taxes wrong, like this lady from before.
do you know the friend of the pod, Dan Altano?
I don't think I know the friend of the pod, Dan Altano.
He is a friend of the pod.
The pod.
And anyway, but he has like this nice joke about, he's a comic as well, follow him. But basically his joke is essentially like, he's like, I have so many, like, I'm not going to tell the joke right now because I don't know how he words it.
Give me the premise.
But the premise is basically, he's like, all my friends are always like, oh, you know, ball and chain, hate my wife, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, why did you ask her then?
Right.
You literally went out and bought like a multi-$1,000 piece of jewelry to ask her to hang out with you forever when you don't even like this personality.
Maybe made a bad decision.
Yeah. He's like, I like hanging out with my wife.
Heaven forbid.
I did it very much intentionally.
I went really out of my own way.
Right. I really planned to hang out with her.
I like this guy. I like this friend of the pod.
He's great.
It's a good angle. It's a good angle.
He's a sweet soul. So anyways, the high profile marriage lasted less than a year, which I was like, damn, she stuck around for a year. But maybe it just took that long to get a divorce. And
I'm sure after all, honestly, I kind of get like going through all that trouble to get married. It's just like,
oof.
I'm just going to take a couple months, go to Florida, see my parents.
Tell me about it.
Get divorced, you know. Wonder if they had a prenup.
Ooh.
I bet they did. I bet they did.
Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, Nikki Hilton went on and married Oklahoma oil heiress Patricia McClintock in 1958.
Sounds
8 years
hot.
later, I guess. And Elizabeth Taylor married English actor Michael Wilding just a year after her divorce in 1952. But I think she married like 38 people.
Yeah, good for her. So she kind of exits the Hilton drama at that point?
Yeah.
Okay.
But then she gets into her own fucking shit.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do an episode. She
No.
probably,
Well, I mean, she's like an actress, right?
yeah, I guess.
Listen, I'm like, we are going really tight on the definitions now, okay? This is so relevant to our podcast.
We're like, is Elizabeth Taylor a business tycoon? Yes or yes?
All right, so now we're going to get some drama surrounding deaths and wills.
Ooh.
Which is like...
Succession?
Yeah, totally. So when Conrad Hilton Sr.,
Okay.
the original Conrad, he died in 1979, it was assumed that his two surviving sons would receive the bulk of his estate. So Conrad Nicky, who we just talked about, had died at 42 of cardiac arrest, but the second son, Baron, wasn't satisfied with the will and contested its provisions. So Conrad Sr., original Conrad, he was a devout Catholic and put a tremendous focus on philanthropy, which is actually, I was like, what?
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wait. Okay, so Nikki's dad died?
Nikki's dad died, but it was Nicky and Baron's father who was the original Conrad who started everything.
Okay.
And
So when he died, everyone was like...
obviously, it's going to be split between the two, except now one's dead, so it'll be only to Baron.
Interesting.
And Baron saw what he wanted to do with his will, and he was like, what the fuck? So, basically, in his will, it appeared that charity, not children, were to receive the bulk of his multi-million-dollar estate. According to New York Times writer Marcia Chambers, his charity, the Conrad N. Hilton Foundation, would hold control of his hotel empire. Charity, Conrad said to the foundation's board in his will, is a supreme virtue and a great channel through which the mercy of God is passed into mankind. So
Baron was like, fuck
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and Baron was like, wait, no.
God actually told me in a dream that no.
That he wants me to have the money.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Baron maintained, however, that under the provision of his father's will, he and not the Hilton Foundation was entitled to a 27.4% block of the stock.
Okay.
So then this is like so sad when shit like this happens. I don't know. But he said he
Yeah.
sued his father's foundation in 1983, claiming that he should be legally able to purchase the stock for $165 million, which I guess why not?
Legally able to, yeah, I mean,
To
if you
purchase
give
it?
money.
Yeah. So anyway,
But
the
maybe
judge...
that was underneath like the value that it had, or like an old
Well,
share price or something like
the
that.
judge ruled in his favor, so I guess
Oh,
not.
damn.
But the Catholic Sisters of Conrad's public foundation were not pleased.
Yeah,
So
no
now he's
shit.
fighting
They were
with
like-
nuns. He's like, fuck you, nuns. You think you deserve this, you bitch?
They were like, come back to confession and see what happens.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of Hail Marys, my guy.
It's so insane. They took him to court. A bunch of nuns took this.
That
like,
is the sisters.
I love just
that
like
would be like Sister Act, but like
Yeah.
Sister Act takes the Hiltons to court.
so fucking funny. The foundation's chief lawyer, some guy named Andrew Garb, he stated that they would be opposing the sisters in this litigation.
That's really bad for your brand to go to court against nuns. Especially back then when like they had power.
they did. Yeah.
That is a tough moment in your life.
Yeah. Oh my God. So Barron would ultimately receive control of 34% of the Hilton shares and became chairman and CEO of the family business. So suck it, nuns.
He probably wrote them out of the will. That's probably what he did. Damn.
And he would continue to be CEO for 30 years. He was also the founder of the NFL's Los Angeles Chargers.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay, swerve.
Randomly, and he passed away at 91 in 2019, so recently. One would think that Barron's will would have different priorities than his father's, considering, like, obviously he was pissed.
Right.
But anyway, so in 2017, he oversaw the sale of the Hilton hotels to Blackstone.
Oh, what are you gonna do?
Wait,
they're all owned by Blackstone?
I think so, yeah, and it's for $20 billion.
Wow. Okay, yeah, that's probably all of them.
Yeah.
I know they're expensive, but goddamn.
But in an even more controversial move, short before his death, Barron decided to fulfill his father's original wishes for the Hilton Foundation, leaving only 3% of his wealth to his 8 children and 15 grandchildren.
That's
so how much?
Super funny.
Yeah.
For so many reasons, specifically because he definitely spent the latter half of his life worrying about how he fought nuns.
Yeah.
And just being like, am I going to go to hell?
Right.
Because I fought nuns. That's not great if you believe and you think you were.
Oh, yeah.
That's a moment.
It's very bad.
Oh,
Yep.
Baron,
Yep.
I hope you got that figured out. Wherever you are.
The foundation supports projects that provide clean water in Africa. Again, we need to circle back to Flint. Housing.
Yeah. How is Flint doing?
We don't know.
Yeah.
Housing for the mentally ill and
Siri, update on me on Flint again.
education for blind children, among others. So go Hilton Foundation, I guess.
Go Hilton Foundation. We should definitely do a review at some point on like nonprofits because that is an industry.
Yeah,
For
totally.
sure.
And
For
definitely, I mean, listen, I'm really throwing out some allegations here, but I feel like a lot of nonprofits definitely have some skeletons in their closet.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There's no one, you
like
don't have to make
the
a profit.
Clinton Foundation. I'm going
All
to get
of
blocked
them.
off YouTube.
Yeah. May will not be starting a nonprofit foundation.
No, it's my theory that if you run a charity, you're diddling kids.
All of them. 100% of them.
Because you're
I don't-
making up for something.
Well, this guy clearly was.
He clearly was making up for things.
but it wasn't diddling kids.
Could have been.
I'll expand the definition to,
Who says
Yeah.
he wasn't diddling
sleeping
kids?
with other people that are not Elizabeth Taylor, who's your wife.
Yeah, fucking
other things.
right, a lot of things.
Yeah, others,
Among others.
among others.
All right, so we're
So
going to
who's this
move
guy?
on. So we're going to go into a new character enters the scene, a hot new bombshell.
Hot new bombshell enters the villa.
So Richard Hilton, one of Barron's 8 children, married his high school sweetheart, Kathy.
Okay.
Kathy
so
Hilton.
he's living on 3% of that money now.
Yeah, but it's kind of a lot of fucking money, I think.
I guess.
His Barron's net worth was $1.2 billion, so he's still left like a few $1 million to.
Yeah.
But then divided up among like 10
Among
people.
8 children, and then wasn't there another subset below that? So they each probably got like in the order of like 100 million. And then you have inheritance tax, which we all know is a which I
is
just
so relatable. you
yeah,
know?
so relatable. Something
Yeah,
I'm
that
super worried about. Oh, my parents are gonna leave me nothing. That's
Same.
fine.
They're gonna
I've
leave me a bunch
accepted that.
of debt.
Yeah. Can you take care of our dogs?
Right.
No, my parents will live forever.
So the pair became parents to the most infamous modern Hilton children, Paris Hilton, Nikki Hilton, and Conrad Hilton III.
I don't know much about Conrad Hilton III.
We're gonna get into it because
Perfect.
that is a whole
Paris and Nikki? I know them.
rendezvous. So apparently, Kathy's mother, Kathleen Dugan Avanzino,
Okay.
she was allegedly a fucking nightmare.
Sure.
Like a crazy psychopath.
Like in what category of nightmare? Like just not a good hang?
She taught all of her daughters that they should be actively seeking billionaire husbands, like stuff like that.
Oh, well, I think that's a lot of people in New York.
LA.
I mean,
but still,
sure,
yeah.
exactly. Even more so. You seen all the sugar daddy stuff?
That's true. Yeah.
Now they've just like normalized it into culture, and I'm like, it is weird, but
yeah. So anyway, Kathleen, and people called her Big Kathy, which is funny, was married.
I love it when you call me Big Kathy.
She was married 4 times, and from an early age, she told her daughter. Oh, I already went over this. To marry.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, for the record, that is not cool.
No, it's not. And the daughters are married.
More
So at
normalized.
one point, she told some catalog or whatever, she was like, my daughters are married to men who have a total net worth of $13 billion. And she was like boasting it. And people are like, okay, this is fucking
That is
weird.
a strange but big flex.
Huge flex.
Huge flex.
Huge flex.
But very weird. Okay.
So in Jerry Oppenheimer's biography, House of Hilton, which sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Should have read that before I did this episode.
Nope. Too late.
Too late.
Someone
ahead
read
and
it and let us know if
Yeah.
there's... Yeah.
So
We'll move on.
much tea was spilled about the tempestuous matriarch, including a rumor that she was a Hollywood madam. There's actually a housewife right now who's getting accused of being a madam. There's no substantial evidence, but
okay.
she's fucking weird. Her name's Diana. Okay, back to the Hiltons. So anyway, Sylvia Richards, the widow of one of Big Kathy's ex-husbands, Ken Richards, told Oppenheimer some uncomfortable facts about Kathy's childhood. He goes, Big Kathy told Ken that she wanted Kathy, so Kathy Hilton, that's now married. There's too many fucking juniors and seniors.
Yeah, it just
But
makes it confusing.
The Kathy that's Paris' mom, to know all about sex, how to perform sex, literally the best way possible, so that so she asked a young man to teach her in his van.
Weird. Does she just want to fuck? Like, is this just her way of saying that she just wanted to have sex with this guy?
I think no. I think that this is Big Kathy trying to be like, they need to marry a wealthy man, and in order to do so, they need to give like exceptional blowjobs.
Damn.
But like
We've made progress.
we have,
Yeah.
because I give horrible blowjobs.
Yeah, she would.
And-
Big Kathy would be like, May, get in the van.
Get in the van. This nice man's gonna show you how to make some
He's
moves.
gonna instruct you. That guy had the best job in the world.
Yeah,
Oh my God. Can you imagine getting that proposition? He's like, you're telling me.
What a weird.
That is insane.
It's so creepy.
That woman walked up to him and was like, will you teach if I'm understanding this correctly, her daughters?
Her daughters to give really good blowjobs and stuff.
That was this guy's job. No.
No, I mean, I don't know if it was his job, but he found someone. She found somebody to
I'm
do
sure.
it. Yeah.
I'm sure just any man on the street was
Right.
probably like, yeah, I'm going to do that job. Yeah, I'm in.
Pretty fucking gross, though.
That is
Pretty fucking
horrifying.
gross. So, yeah. So 2018, there was... So we're going to jump ahead to 2018 now. There was a
Okay.
TV show called American Woman, which was loosely based on Big Kathy navigating life as a single mom in the 1970s. And Kathy Hilton...
That's a way to phrase her experience.
Yeah, right?
Navigating life as a single mom. And I'm like, you took your daughters and put them in a van
Yeah.
to teach them how to have
Allegedly.
sex.
Allegedly.
Nope, we're going with it.
Okay, great.
Big Kathy, I'll fight you.
And Kathy Hilton was also a child actress. So this is not Big Kathy. Little Kathy was a child actress and appeared in Bewitched and Happy Days. And Kathy's half-sisters, Kyle and Kim Richards, who star in the Real Housewives of
Here
Beverly
it goes.
Hills.
This is fifth round.
Right.
Have
They
you
were...
replaced the Tim Dillon references with Real Housewives?
Wait, what?
I feel
Oh,
like
no. Never.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I do like my Housewives. There's a really fucking good season on right now, so maybe that's why.
Okay.
Also, so I wanted to talk about this a little bit. Apparently the Hiltons, they had a rule that like even though you're a part of the family, if you go and you stay in a Hilton, you're treated like everybody else. If there's no rooms available, too bad.
That's a weird rule.
Yeah, but it's kind of like
I mean, I guess I like it, but I'm like, that's of the things to draw a hard line on feels weird.
well, I think there's a think about this. Okay, so Kathy Hilton, so Paris's mom, apparently after they had Paris, they were staying at a hotel in New York for like an extended stay or whatever, and then they would just randomly call down and be like, yeah, we're gonna leave for like a few days, can someone watch Paris? And then like they didn't have anyone on staff to do that, and then they would go out and party for days on end while Paris was somewhere with like a housekeeper that that was her new job, and they would have all these crazy demands like that, and like they would like not pay their tabs, like they would send
beyond that, just like abandoning your child at a Hilton hotel is a crime.
Yeah, they were just
unless
like,
you are a Hilton.
Paris. And like they would be like, we don't know when we're coming back.
Poor Paris.
I know.
Poor girl.
Speaking of, did you watch This Is Paris?
No.
Really? Did you watch This Is Paris? What are you guys watching?
What? Nothing.
Okay.
Emily in Paris?
I did not watch Emily in Paris, but I did watch This Is Paris.
I don't even know the concept behind, besides I'm imagining Paris Hilton seems to be involved.
Yeah, so basically it's a documentary about Paris now. I think she's 40 now, or maybe now she's like 42.
She looks unbelievable.
She's so pretty. She's so
just
fucking
good,
pretty.
just bravo.
But it was really interesting. You guys should watch it. It's basically like her now and how like she's hid behind a character her entire life.
Yeah.
But then you kind of like, and you know she has that little baby voice and stuff.
I mean, she did it was interesting because she definitely was playing an act, like, and she like really leaned into it, and I think a pretty brilliant way. Like the shows and stuff like that were all,
it was fun.
They're all very like tongue in cheek, making fun of herself.
Right, exactly.
Which was really interesting in that time because I was like, oh,
it was a simple life was amazing.
Probably in on the joke,
right?
And shocker.
Well, yeah, I mean, she has like a lot of emotional damage too because
I'm not surprised. It sounds rough.
Right.
I mean, I'll take it.
Yeah. So I'll get into some of the things that happened to her. Obviously, she has a checkered past. So in 2000, I mean, having Kathy as your mom would be fucking horrifying in general. But in 2003, a sex tape, famously, between Paris and then boyfriend Rick Solomon made her a target of scrutiny. Do you remember that?
Mm-mm.
You don't? Oh my goodness. Do you remember that?
I was 12, May.
You do? Yeah. You didn't
Luke
see
was
it?
like 5.
I was 13. I saw that thing. It was pretty fucking hot.
I did not see the sex tape between Paris. Right.
The only thing I remember from that sex tape, it was when she was like, I want you to kiss me there. And I was like, there?
Paris, no!
Yeah, I was like, no! But yeah. Anyway, I was like, I didn't know they could kiss you there.
That's gross.
Yeah, I did think it was gross now, but now I'm like, okay, well,
we've definitely come a long way.
Yeah.
Also, that was such amateur hour. That would just be on like a PG-13 show now.
It would.
Kiss you there.
Right.
That would literally be allowed on a PG-13.
So I've never seen Kim K's sex tape, but I've heard it's really boring.
I'm sure it is. I feel like I've seen like a still image. Like, wasn't it like shot on like night cam footage or something?
Yeah, and it's like her face and then him in the back.
Yeah, and I'm okay.
Right. God.
Well, it's Grady. Like, what are we doing? Let's get some HD in here. Let's get some 4K.
So anyway, so after that, shocker, she found herself in a string of abusive relationships. So that blows. When reflecting on these relationships later in life, she believes that the abuse began happening to her when she went to a boarding school. So basically what happened was Big Kathy noticed that she was acting out, and then she was taken away to some of those like teenage, what do you call
troubled
them?
teens?
Troubled teen place in
like
Provo.
rich troubled teens, I'm sure.
I don't know, because she in the This Is Paris, I mean, I'm sure, but like in This Is Paris, she's there with like a bunch of other people from that time in her life, and they get together to try to like shut down this school or whatever, and they all seem like regular, like everyday people. So
really,
so I don't know if Paris was just like an
we should
outlier.
absolutely talk about the troubled teen industry, because that is, I know some Lindsay Lucido, friend of the pod, was
she was oh no, oof, that's tough.
It's like the stories. I'm like, I don't know how to respond to these.
Yeah, it's not
pretty
good.
hardcore. Friend of the pod. She's very funny.
Yeah. But so she says, like, so basically she was like taken in the middle of the night and then stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Paris. And she says she was strangled, hit, grabbed aggressively. She would have to like shower naked as like a 16-year-old.
Typically what you do.
No. In front of people. Yeah.
Okay.
But then
You're like, what?
but pretty bummer because she was like, in her documentary, she was like, I had become so used to abusive behavior at the Provo school that it made me feel like it was normal. So when I was dating,
that's really sad.
yeah, when I was dating people, I thought it was like totally normal for them to like yell at me or like hit me or whatever it was.
Aw.
I know. Also, by the way, Paris has like 1,000 businesses right now. She has like makeup lines. Yeah. And then the other thing that she does, she's a DJ and she makes $1 million every time she performs.
Good for her.
I know.
For a while, I thought she was like had fallen off the face of the earth, and then I Googled her and I was like, oh no, she's fine.
She's doing well.
She's doing
actually.
great.
Yeah, she's doing very well.
I keep seeing her pop up on TikTok of like her DJing, and it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
She looks great. Like it looks. I don't know if the music's any good. Who cares?
I'm sure it's not.
Doesn't matter.
So in 2010, so back when she wasn't doing so great, she was arrested for drug possession while dating some guy named Cy Waits, and the two of them were pulled over in Las Vegas. While digging around for some lip balm, a bag of cocaine fell out of her purse.
In front of the cops?
I guess.
That's maybe don't put lip balm on then.
Yeah, right?
What are you doing? Maybe hands on the 6 and 9 or whatever. Yeah, 10 and 10 and 2. That's what it is.
So the craziest part about Paris is that she is not even comparing to her younger brother Conrad in terms of troublemaker.
Oh no.
Which I wonder
Honestly,
if he went to Provo too.
I will say that Paris, it sounds like a lot of things happened to her.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sure like she partied a lot.
Who didn't?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she was just famous, so got in
Right.
trouble for it as a result.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sound like she did anything that unreasonable. She had a OnlyFans before it was cool.
Exactly.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Did a couple drugs. Okay.
Right. Whatever.
That's not bad.
Right. Shit happens.
Team Paris.
Team Paris for sure.
But Conrad, let's hear.
Let's hear about Conrad. And Nikki, famously, I think has been pretty, like, I think she's probably the favorite child.
Oh, really?
Because I don't think that she has anything on her
What is she
record.
doing, though?
She's married to some wicked rich guy, and I think she has a clothing line or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll allow it.
And a few kids, shit like that.
Oh, why?
So, all right, so let's talk about Conrad. So he's been arrested for drug possession, attacking flight attendants, stealing a Bentley from his ex-girlfriend's father.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah.
He's like, you're going to break up with me? I will steal your dad's car.
Yeah.
That is a power move.
Truly. Violating.
If you did that to my family, it'd be like, you can have this like Toyota Camry.
Yeah, my parents like leave their doors unlocked. I don't know why I'm announcing this on a podcast, but they leave their doors. We live in like, a cul-de-sac in
What's the
Massachusetts. And I remember asking my mom, I was like, oh, like maybe we should think about like not
Locking
doing that
that.
or whatever. And she was like, what are they going to fucking take? Like an outdated iPad? Okay. She was like, we don't have anything
Doesn't even
valuable
update
in here."
anymore.
Yeah. Like,
It's out of storage. Who cares?
yeah. Like our TV still has like the back on it. They can't even get
They walk in the door. The robber's just like, oh, never mind.
Yeah,
This
well,
is not worth the felony.
Yeah, right. This is so stupid. So, yeah, pretty fucking crazy. Oh, he also violated a restraining order against an ex. So it might be the problem child of the family. I think he takes the cake.
Having a restraining order period is not usually a great look.
No, it's not great. So during a flight to London, from London to LA in 2015, an unfortunate string of events began when Conrad refused to turn off his cell phone. He was also accused of smoking marijuana on the plane, making children cry with his profanity-laced tirades, and calling people complaining about his behavior. Calling people complaining about his behavior peasants.
Conrad just turned into a major Karen and then also smoked weed on the plane.
Also, I wonder if he's the type of person to like during the pandemic had refused to wear his mask.
Definitely.
This
That's
sounds like
definitely
it.
the same person. I love making kids cry.
Yeah. This article goes on to say, I told them all I could get all their jobs taken away in less than 30 seconds. Hilton later stated to the FBI.
Oh my God. Meanwhile, he's like C-30 on a Southwest flight. He's in the back just like ripping. He's like smoking a blunt. They're like, you cannot do that.
Dude, okay, so funny story about that. One time my friend Tegan, friend of the pod, but she's not a comedian, but she's my friend.
She's a friend.
But she was on a flight to China, and this guy was so fucking drunk and he had barf all over the front of front of the shirt. So then they went to go take him off the plane before they would get out of China. And she was in coach, like going coach to China.
Oh God.
And
I mean, good. I'm really long flight.
I've actually done that. I've
It's a
done
really
that.
long
It
flight.
sucked.
I sure have to. I mean, not to China, but to Tokyo. Same basic thing.
Yeah, crazy.
Yikes.
But anyway, so this guy gets up and they're trying to like take him off of the plane, and he just goes, "I work at Merrill Lynch. I work at Merrill Lynch," and she was like, "Then why the fuck are you flying coach? Number one, number two, like you probably don't want to announce your where you work.
Call my boss. Call my boss right now." Also, Merrill Lynch is a big company. Like, it's not just really wealthy people.
Exactly. I'm like, as an associate?
He's like, "I'm a financial advisor, and I live in Woodlands, Texas, but I work for Merrill Lynch."
But it's such a funny image seeing somebody like getting taken out of coach with barf all over them, just like announcing to the plane where he works. Everyone's like, "Oh, hey,
Okay, buddy, yeah, get out.
you're getting arrested. I don't know."
Yeah, you're making it real easy to find you on LinkedIn and report you to your company.
So fucking crazy. Anyway, so Conrad sounds like maybe they were two birds of a feather, Conrad and this
Yes.
Merrill Lynch fellow. At one point he tried to start a fight and took a swing at one of the flight attendants, luckily missing.
Oh no.
Yeah, eventually he was restrained while sleeping. That's so embarrassing.
He was. That is a real shit show. That's like those United. I think we've talked about United Airlines a couple times. How they just like for a while were just fighting on those planes. You remember that period where United just
yeah.
had fights on like every other plane?
He did.
And I was like, I'm not gonna fly United anymore. I'm United. If you're hearing this, you should stop. It's your fault. This is not slander. You had too many people fight.
There was a lot of people fighting. Honestly, like during the pandemic, I don't know what happened, but like just people were on flights that I don't know if they've like never been on a flight before, but I'm like, usually we don't throw hands.
No, absolutely no hands should be thrown ever, especially at the flight attendants. Also, do you know my mom was a flight attendant? Have we talked about this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How dare you try to hit Conrad? Try to strike my mother. It's my mother now in this scenario.
Yeah. It's insane.
She dodged. She's quick. She's
So
out
there's
of there.
A few more things about Conrad. He also crashed into a woman's car while driving his father's Range Rover. And according to TMZ, witnesses said he threw a bong out the window and was covered in vomit.
Oh God! What's with the? Oh no, vomit was from the other story.
Yeah.
Oh, Conrad! Yikes!
That's not great. So we're gonna get into the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and how this all ties together. So
Oh, okay. I was like, did you just hard pivot the? May just pulls a fast one on me. We're doing the Hiltons. And we're gonna move on to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
And the Real Housewives. Let's just talk about the franchise. Let's start at the beginning. Okay. Okay. So Kathy Hilton is half sister to Kyle and Kim Richards, who star on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Kim has like crazy addiction issues and was.
Which one is Kim?
Kim is the one all the way to the right, and
Okay.
Kyle is the one who's still on the show. She's the one who's brunette.
Oh. I love a girl named Kyle.
Yeah, it's cute.
Yeah. Keep going. Never mind.
Okay.
I don't need to just like. It has pick me girl energy a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's not her fault.
It's not her fault at all. She didn't pick the name, but
Right.
Kyle's are always hot too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she is. She's freaking
beautiful.
gorgeous. Anyway, so Kathy started. Now she's on the newest season, and this where it all comes full circle. We're on the first episode of this little series we're doing. Anyway, I mentioned that she's in a little bit of hot water right now.
Okay.
Because allegedly she had said some racial slurs, but then it's like if she had done that, Bravo would have released the tapes. So I don't think so.
Oh, Bravo would have immediately been like, say it again.
Yeah, exactly. Clear
One
and
more
louder.
time, you're live. And you're live.
Right.
One more time.
Right. So basically, there's been a bunch of family drama about the Hiltons on the Real Housewives, which is like, which is so funny because like in Paris's documentary, it's like all like, oh, they were all so ashamed of me and I didn't seem like a Hilton and blah blah blah. And it's like you seem exactly like a Hilton. This is like
100%.
trash.
And as we've covered, like historically too.
True. Yeah,
Like
exactly.
this is absolutely Hilton behavior.
Yeah, the Conrads fucking sucked.
If anything, Paris was kind of decently behaved.
Yeah, I
Poor
think
girl
so.
got sent out to camp
Yeah, totally.
forcibly.
So there was a few rifts in the family, obviously, on Beverly Hills.
Yeah, that's literally the whole point of the show.
Kyle famously called Kim an alcoholic on TV.
Called or was like,
She
he has an
is-
intervention, and she's like, you called me an alcoholic. And like,
I mean, she literally,
this
like-
is an intervention.
She literally was an alcoholic,
Yeah.
but I think that they're the type of family that ironically they see themselves as waspy, but then they go on these reality TV shows. And it's like, you can't,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can't do
Whatever.
both those things.
Um,
Reality, it's like NASCAR
yeah.
for
And
rich people.
there was a major
Right.
rift between Kathy and her husband. Kathy and her husband, and Kyle and her husband, Mauricio Umansky, due to some shady real estate backstabbing. So it was revealed on the show that Kyle and Kim weren't invited to Nikki Hilton's wedding.
Oh.
Which later found out like it was actually Kyle's husband who wasn't invited, and the two sisters were invited. So what happened there was Rick Hilton, Kathy's.
There's so many people.
I know, this is exhausting. Kathy's husband and Mauricio, Kyle's husband, had a falling out when Rick refused to make him a partner after years of working together. But Rick
At Hilton?
at Hilton.
Oh.
But-
there we go.
Yeah. But Rick claimed that he helped Mauricio get his career off the ground, only for Mauricio to set up his own company behind his back. And then
Like a Marriott? What
yeah. Well,
do you mean
started,
own company?
he started some other like real estate company where he sold and bought like properties, whatever.
Okay, so yeah, so he was like, you made a competing hotel chain, so yeah, you're not promoted. What? We are Hilton.
Well, also, an insider said Mauricio tried to poach staff.
Yeah, that sounds exactly like he was trying to build another.
Yep.
I can understand being like, well, that's not what you do when you want a promotion.
Well,
Maybe he got it. Anyway.
you know what? He thought it was.
Well, listen, someone make bad judgment. It was a business podcast. Like I had bad business. It was bad business.
But anyway, here's Mauricio, attractive man.
Well, yeah,
Anyway,
he
so
looks tired.
he does look tired. He's probably so tired from fighting with
I get it.
everyone.
Yeah, that's. I mean, just hearing it sounds exhausting. I'm like exhausted
Yeah.
right now. From
I
that.
know. Apparently, the sisters are all in a good place now,
Sure.
but we'll see. Who knows?
Sure.
Yeah, right. So we'll sum it up with what the foundation is doing right now. This has been quite the wild ride,
Yeah.
keeping these names in order. So since the Hilton's family's beginning, devout Catholic patriarch Conrad vowed to leave the majority of his money behind to his foundation for charitable use. His second son, Baron, followed in his footsteps, as we said. Will Paris and her siblings ever see a cent of her family's fortune? Who cares? Because they are like independently so wealthy.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably like Paris is like, I gotta hustle. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go do some DJ gigs.
Yeah, I guess.
She's crushing. Good for her.
Apparently in the House of Hilton, Jeremy Oppenheimer, who the fuck is this character? I have no idea. He just wrote something.
What's weird is that this is a documentary by Jerry Oppenheimer, and Oppenheimer's like a very big fund,
Yeah.
but I doubt
It has
he would be running
correlation.
a document. You know,
No, it's not. It's a book. But yeah, I doubt he would be doing that. It'd be so
I wonder if it's the
fucking
same
weird.
guy. We'll find out. Let you know.
But anyway, he said that Conrad was extremely embarrassed by Paris and about how she had like sullied the name. And it's like, my dude,
Conrad was embarrassed.
Nikki Conrad. So it's Junior Conrad.
Yeah,
But
like the one who like.
her grandfather, basically.
Oh, got it.
But but he was still a piece of shit.
Yeah, he was still a piece of shit. And also, it was like, well, look at Paris's brother.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Really? You're going to bring up Paris?
Yeah, that's insane.
But I guess I think that was just, remember that was during the time when they just kept showing their vaginas?
Yeah.
Remember we talked about that? And if you missed the last episode, there was a period of time where the celebrity, there was like that little gaggle of girls.
Mm-hmm.
I call them girls because they were like 20. So this was risque. If you're talking about risque, that was risque. And they would just get out of cars to just show the paparazzi their vagina.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, whoa.
It is.
Whoa, what was that?
It's so old school to think that is worse than what Paris's brother did.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
I'm like,
who cares? She
first
showed
of
her
all-
snatch a few times.
also
God
like the
forbid.
paparazzi, we can also view it that they zoomed in and took a picture of her snatch when she was
Right.
getting out of a car. That's the alternate. They definitely were doing it kind of on purpose, though.
Yeah, and she was probably like, what, 20 at the time?
I mean, they were young.
Young.
They were very young.
My God. Like, I was watching The Simple Life, and I was like, this really was a simpler time.
I know.
When
I
two
like The
rich,
Simple Life.
literally, the concept of that show, quite literally, is two girls go to a town and go, oh my God, ew, I could never be poor. And that's it.
Someone walked
And
into
then they go back to their house.
someone walked into a meeting in LA and was like, you know what America's gonna love? What if we made rich people pretend to be poor?
Yep.
Listen, that's the show. That's
And
the
see
show.
how they do.
And they're gonna hate it.
Yeah.
And we loved it.
We did.
We did love that they hated it.
We enjoyed it. Very much so.
Yeah, that was a hit.
Yep. Pretty good.
I gotta go rewatch it.
By the way, Paris right now is worth $300 million, and
Good for
Nikki has a
her.
fashion business and is worth $40 million because she's poor.
Really simple of her.
Yeah, so that's, I mean, talking about a deep dive. I hope these names weren't confusing, guys.
I mean, I don't really know what are you gonna do? Like,
What are you gonna
rename
do?
them?
Well, I feel like maybe what we can do is I can make like a little family chart for everybody. That might be
That'd be
actually
great.
kind of
You
helpful.
should draw a little family chart. It'd be kind of cute.
Yeah, I'll draw a little family
Yeah.
chart.
Okay. Look
Because
for that.
this is
Follow
like,
us on Instagram.
yeah, follow us on Instagram
I'll-
because this is like extremely confusing with all these names. But
Yeah. No, I got it. I mean, I think like mostly they just have a lot of drama.
yeah, a lot of
Hilton
drama.
Shamus rides on.
So if your family has drama, you got nothing.
Yeah. No, you don't. Have you been to a troubled teen camp? I wanted to kind of cover that.
Yeah, you should cover that.
But that's going to be very sad. There's no way
That's
that we're going to get
true.
out of that and just be like, ha ha.
yeah. I don't know. I'd laugh at pretty dark things.
That's true. That is, I'm
Uh-oh.
definitely going to fight nuns at some point. That was, I think, one of the highlights for me.
The nun
The fighting the nuns.
That's imagine being in court and the person opposite you is just a bunch of like sweet old nuns. You're like, fuck you.
And then they're like not sweet old nuns. They like look like it and then they come up and they're like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Took the foundation's money.
I don't know why this stuck with me so much. Do you remember watching? There was a movie a long time ago about Ireland where they would like, if you were an unwed mom, they would take you to this like nunnery, and then all the nuns would like fuck you and shit, and eat each other out.
What are you talking about? I'm sorry. No, I have never heard of this.
My mom specifically heard about this movie and was like, "Oh, we gotta go. We gotta watch it."
It's in cinemas?
And no, it wasn't in cinemas. She went to Blockbuster and like put herself like on a list.
She finds the guy, like that little nerdy kid at the front, like
Yeah.
15-year-old. She's like, where are the nuns eating each other out? Where's that movie?
It was crazy. And then, oh my God, it was so. And then the end.
It was a movie or a documentary?
It was a movie. It was a movie.
Oh, okay.
And then at the end of the movie, the person who got
Were you watching?
taken, wait, she left the nunnery and she like had to escape over a fucking fence.
She
and
had
all
to
this shit.
escape. This sounded like you just watched lesbian porn with your family.
They had nun costumes on.
Yeah, no, I think you went to Blockbuster and rented lesbian porn and watched it as a family.
It was called like the Sister's Keeper or something like
What
that.
are you
Like,
fucking talking about?
did other did other people not watch this with their mother?
Your mom didn't go to Blockbuster. They just didn't want to get a nanny. They didn't want to get a babysitter.
I remember, I swear to God, I was probably like
This is-
tops 14 when I saw this movie too. Tops.
This has been a treat.
Yeah.
Now, yeah.
Okay, well, if anybody remembers the name of that movie, let us know.
It's on like Pornhub now.
Dude, everyone knows what this movie is. That was like the big
No.
shocker, though, that all the nuns were like eating each other out or like.
That must have been a very okay.
And
You know what? The Planet family, we
the
love 'em.
Sisters Magdalene. That's what it's called.
The Sisters Magdalene.
The Sisters Magdalene.
Siri.
It's a 2002 drama. So I guess I was 12.
So
Okay.
if you made it to the very end of this podcast, you really got a treat.
You
That was
did,
a delight.
you did. Guys, like and subscribe.
Leave a review, I guess.
Leave a review. Follow us on Instagram. You got any dates you want to plug?
I run a million shows. Follow me
Okay.
online. It's all the time.
I have a specific date I'd like to plug. I'm doing Caroline's August 10th. Please show up and tell your friends.
Tell your friends.
It's going to be a really fun show, and that's the only one I really give a fuck about, but show up to the other ones if you care.
All right.
All right, bye.
Bye.